Hi, I'm Twitch, a Twin Flame Witch, and welcome back to my channel. I'm doing things differently. I'm recording straight through YouTube, so no editing. It cuts out a lot of time so I can get all this done. And I will tell you, this is the Book of Shadows series, and I've already done my story, the content outline for the Book of Shadows, and then I've done the types of witchcraft and magic, and now we're doing the types of witches. So, the description area. It is to the far right of, it looks like it's supposed to be an arrow. It's shaped like this. And that's where you'll get all the information on the video by that title. And under the title, you should see where it says comments. They've changed it. But anyway, the timestamps will be there because I'm doing things differently. So you won't see the words like you usually do. If you just, that's what I do when I'm doing the timestamps. I fast forward and look for where the words are on the clips, because that way you guys know what part of the video you may or may not want to watch. So let's get on to this. Types of witches, okay? So we're going to start with the natural witch paths. And this part is longer, so if you want to fast forward, you may. The rest of this is very quick. It's got like one sentence, but this part was longer, and I'm not sure why I done it like that, but anyway. So, cottage witch, often a solitary practitioner. This witch has deep ties to the land and finds magic in every crevice in the walls of the home. The shelves are stocked with dried herbs, animal bones, snake skin, black cat teeth, powders, etc. The land provides sustenance through livestock and gardens. Like a kitchen witch, the cottage witch takes great care in preparing meals, crafting them to nourish the body and spirit. Cleanliness and organization are important, since the home and land are sacred. Typical ritual magic may include floor sweeps and cleansing sprays, protection spells, animism, charms, animal telepathy, fairy and sprite magic, basic herbalism, knot tying magic. We're going to discuss that one day. Water scrying and baking spells. That does not say the right thing. Trust me, whoever enters the contest, and it's very easy this month, very easy. You don't have to answer anything. Literally, just subscribe, watch the important videos, which I will later, hopefully tomorrow, I will be able to, well, later today, be able to go through and put in the description area which ones are important videos, okay? So anyway, it will be edited version as the price. The whole Book of Shadows. And anyway, so it says, I don't know why it says that. They call upon animal gods such as cats, dogs, hummingbirds, and livestock. I have Upton, and that's the street I used to live on. So I'm like, what? Okay, so forest witch. Apologize for that. Don't leave yet. Often maintains an outdoor altar and connects with the element of each tree species and the life force that moves within the streams and rivers. Mushrooms, forest flowers, talents of insects and arachnids, the language of the ancient trees, pine cones, leaves, bark, moss, wood carving, wand and staff making. There was supposed to be an arrow there. Comma there. Wow. Stream and river scrying, resin and sap alchemy, and sustenance hunting and fishing may all constitute typical ritual magic for a forest witch. Animal gods such as rabbits, squirrels, mice, owls, foxes, bears, wolves, and snakes are often called upon. I can tell that it's 3 a.m. Green witch uses plants to heal the body and spirit, has a background in herbalism, focuses on transforming nature into medicine, using an in-depth knowledge of botany to maintain an extensive medicinal and magical herb garden. Composting and growth mediums may interest the green witch, as well as communicating with plants through music, light, and speech. Wild crafting and foraging for beloved and new ingredients, apologize for the paper sound, is a sacred daily task. Never without a local plant guide, a blade or scythe for cutting herbs, gloves to protect, and a basket for collecting. Taxonomy and mycology may interest the witch. A full apothecary cabinet of tonics, tinctures, elixirs, salves, balms, herb blends, and teas is the central focus of the home. You can tell that I'm getting better at reading. I don't know if you guys have watched some of my other videos, but I got COVID. I got it for Halloween. So, it was actually right before that, but I started getting sick about that time. So anyway, my point is, one of the after effects is you can't speak or think clearly, but I'm getting a lot better. Plus, I'm new to the channel, so I was very nervous. So anyway, okay, ritual magic may include plant communication and spells for plant health. protective herbs, fairy magic, moon phase gardening, herb dress candles, herbal oils and sprays, healing potions and ointments, and tree magic. Animal guides are often butterflies, insects, flies, birds, and squirrels. The hedge witch. Alchemy is something this witch may prefer instead of finely crafted tools. A simple staff, leather pouch, blade for cutting herbs, and a flask or horn for transporting potions may be all a hedge witch needs to work magic. For divination, this witch may only need for scrying a moonlit pond or throwing bones and reading tea leaves. Typical ritual magic may include divination, dream magic, astral travel, spirit communication, ancestral veneration, and herbalism. Commonly call upon these animal guides: ravens, crows, owls, and cats. And I'm trying to read fast because my husband's about to be home, and this device I'm recording with, it picks up everything. Hearth witch focuses on the home and all the creatures in it. A cozy fire is usually lit in the family or gathering room. There's probably comfortable rugs and furniture. Yes, he's home. Comfort foods are enjoyed in front of the fire. Candles and lanterns decorate the witch's many altars, drawing warming energy into the home. Besoms, cauldrons, buckets, and fire tools are in the hearth witch's home. Ancestors and lineage are everything to this witch. Cleanliness is of great importance. That seems to be common with nature witches. Typical ritual magic might include fire scrying, candle magic, ancestor veneration, herb casting, fire purification spells, charm bags, threshold protection spells. My sleep medicine's working. My mouth's getting dry. Knot tying spells, which witch's ladder is one of those. Knitting, quilting, sewing, besom making, and family bonding. Animal guides commonly called upon are cats, dogs, and winter hibernators. Kitchen witch weaves magic and food in every recipe. Meals are often laced with spells for magical and healing properties. The kitchen witch's kitchen is often stocked with an expansive herb and spice collection and many pots, pans, and other kitchen needs to allow the witch to work edible alchemy. I am a kitchen witch. If crops or meat is not raised on the kitchen witch's land, foraging for plants, berries, and mushrooms, or selecting local ingredients might be a weekend routine. Counters and tables might be sacred spaces, and elaborate centerpieces might be crafted to honor the season or meal being presented. Typical ritual magic for the kitchen witch might include bread magic, tonics and potion making, food spells and enchantments, symbolic food, tasseomancy, moon phases and ritual meals, herb dressed candles, salt protection spells, healing salves for cuts and burns, and cleaning rituals. Animal guides often called upon: cats, dogs, birds, mice, rats, and raccoons. And now we are going on to elemental witch paths. So, the earth witch, affinity for growth, stability, mammals, and crystals. Drawing powers from trees, crystals, and animals. Abilities are protection, healing, strength, and wealth. I forgot I did that under each of these. Air witch, affinity for inspiration, communication, winged beings. I think that's anything that flies, like animals with wings, and clarity. Drawing powers from air, smudge, winds, and knots. The abilities are communication with spirits and banishing. Fire witch, affinity for warmth, passion, temper, transformation. Drawing powers from fire, candles, sun, and stars. Abilities are sex, creativity, destruction, and hope. So I am thinking that these have a lot to do with the signs too, because that would be like the fire signs, like Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, which are definitely known for that sex part. Okay, water witch, affinity for deep emotion, balance, history, and marine creatures. Yes, has to do with that. Drawing powers from rivers, oceans, and lakes, all water. Also can be known as a sea witch. Abilities are enchanting, love, healing, and intuition. So basically, I think the signs that you have in your chart, because this makes a lot of sense. I don't really have earth and air. I'm basically all fire, but my sun sign is water. So yes, water and fire for me. And I've also, as I go, I discuss what kind of witchcraft and witch that I am. Because you can be more than one. Okay, so Elemental Witch works with all of the elements. An Astronomy Witch, all its magic aligns with stars and planets. Cosmic Witch uses astrology, zodiac signs, and horoscopes, moon phases, and/or celestial energy. Ceremonial Witch focuses on elaborate ritual work. Crystal Witch works with stones, crystals, gemstones for healing and spells, and may or may not deal with chakras, but they should, but that doesn't always mean anything. Divination Witch uses different forms of divination such as numerology, astrology, scrying, tarot, and/or oracle cards, runes, I Ching, palmistry, dowsing, which is using a pendulum. There's other types, and/or tasseography. Fairy Witch has a love for and works with the fae. Hereditary Witch, born into a family of practicing witches, or their ancestors were witches. And that's what the second part of that's me. So Lunar Witch attunes to or honors the moon cycles and phases, likes to work at night under the moon energy. That's me. Nocturnal Witch embraces darker energies, likes nighttime and its mysteries, works mostly after midnight. That used to be me. I don't embrace, I guess I do embrace it, but I don't do dark magic, so. I've always seen myself as a nocturnal witch, though. Music Witch, very deeply rooted in music, has a certain connection with sounds and uses them to enhance rituals or spells. Sea Witch uses the ocean in their magic practices, utilizes the natural objects in the sea, such as saltwater, shells, sand, driftwood, etc., and may work with sea deities. Can also do lunar and weather magic, and we've discussed this, and I think we just discussed this, and we discussed it in the last video as well. Storm Witch combines its energies with that of the weather. Collects the elements such as rain, water, and even snow for spells. Satanic Witch. Often, a Satanic Witch uses the traditional witch path, but has a religious background, which is satanic, and may or may not incorporate dark magic, which is revenge spell work. Each path is unique to each witch. Traditional Witch. These witches focus on spells and rituals. So, not all these witches have a spiritual path. They may only do spell work. So, I mean, there's all different types of witches, as you can see. And every witch's path is unique. Every witch is totally and completely different. You're not going to find two witches are the same. Every witch that I've lived with, we're not even close to being on the same page. My husband and I, we're not even the same on that, and we're twin flames, so what does that tell you? Anyway, this is the end of the video, and I will see you in the next portion of the Book of Shadows. But the next video is actually going to be tarot readings.